Welcome to Hot Smack Daily. And this is a very special show. Very special because, as you see my hat right there. I'm a proud Angelino, a proud Californian, the city of champions, the Golden State. And I just want to speak on this. Today, I got to see a little bit of The Undertaker, WWE wrestler, on Joe Rogan. And of course, they started doing the California bashing. Don't California my state. Don't make my state like the fifth biggest economy in the world. No, we don't want that. We don't want that state. We don't want a state where our governor helped during the beginning of the pandemic. So we will have one of the lowest rates of death. Yes, that has changed a little. But if you look at the numbers, California is 39th out of 50 states of per million dead. So I know we get a lot of flash. More people have died in California than anywhere other than New York. But we have 50 million people. 50 million people. Now, if you think people are leaving California, I mean, there's various reasons. And the first thing that I think about is why these people are leaving. Why isn't the price of homes going down? If California is such a horrible place, and if people don't want to live in California anymore because it's been ruined by having the fifth largest economy, by having a $12 billion surplus before the pandemic happened, by providing help to those that are in need, why are prices of houses not going down? Now, I understand people are leaving California because it's so expensive. Why do you think it's expensive? Why are homes expensive? Because people want to live here. People want to live in California. We're still the fifth largest economy. We provide the majority of tech and food around the country. Even if Elon Musk goes to Austin, right? And that's another one. Like, oh, don't California my state because you're gonna make it like California and it's gonna be destroyed. Oh yeah, then why are you all moving to Austin in Texas? The one place that is very similar to California. That's where everyone is moving. If you don't like the values of California so much, if you don't like the economy of California so much, then why are you living in Texas, in Austin? And in particular, that's somewhere where Undertaker and Joe Rogan moved to. Surprise, surprise. They moved to Austin. We all know Austin's a bit different than the rest of Texas. So I wish more people were living in California so I could afford a house at a reasonable price. But it's just so ridiculous. These people are so dumb. I mean, we have the 39th most deaths per million in the coronavirus, but Texas has the 25th. And if you look down at other states like Ohio, Nevada, Arizona, their per million people dying is much higher. I know that especially Trump supporters don't know how to add or do math or believe in reality. And I could tell that The Undertaker has been hit one too many times in the ring, not to mention his embarrassing Saudi Arabia wrestling match with Goldberg and Shawn Michaels and Triple H, which is a perfect commercial of why people shouldn't be wrestling after 50 years old. And then just to go off on where the Undertaker was talking about, other than after coming back, I'll come back to California. I'll come back to LA because I love LA. I love California. I love this nation state. It's an amazing nation state. This is where we got the cool weather, got the cool people. Even when I went to Italy once, they weren't too happy during the Bush administration with Americans, but they love Californians, right? And like the people that don't want their state to be California, they'll say like things like, oh, they're socialists or blah, 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 but they don't even know what socialist or capitalist is. And I'll make another video on that for this. I mean, look, they voted for Trump. They got Ted Cruz as their senator. They got a governor who tried to sue other states because they didn't trust the votes. Now, the good thing is Texas is turning purple because, yeah, we're California, that state. You know what? The only better thing that California state is making it like Georgia, making it like Atlanta, right? That would be so awesome having some brown people go make a city just like African Americans did with Atlanta, where it's prosperity, where they're investing in the community. Well, I'm sure people like The Undertaker, who worked for a boss who put Donald Trump in the Hall of Fame and whose wife worked in the Trump administration, I'm sure he would like that very, very, very much. Because according to him, wrestling has no more real men. Right? Real men are those who have guns and knives and don't play video games or care about their looks. Yeah, Undertaker, those are real men. And where are those people that you wrestled with? Those real men who unfortunately have passed away. How many of them have passed away being real men? How many? Because they were being real men. And now they're passed away. A bunch of wrestlers that I grew up watching, like Mr. Perfect, Ravishing Rick Rude, Eddie Guerrero, and the list goes on. The Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, Jim Neidhart, British Bulldog, all these people, all these great wrestlers in that time of crazy sex and rock and roll, I guess, if you could make an analogy, they're gone. So to criticize the new wrestlers, which the product is not boring because of the new wrestlers, TNA, I mean, TNT has AEW, and that product is not boring. And they're employee friendly. While you, Undertaker, were working for a right wing extremist in Vince McMahon who still classifies his employees as independent contractors because he doesn't want to pay them insurance. Yet he's making a bunch of money. Oh, and he really treated his employees very well during the pandemic, not even allowing them to get some money on the side with social media. Oh, but those kind of things wouldn't be allowed in California. Them California, my state, even though Colorado and Arizona's economy has gotten much better when Californians have moved over there. Like I said, hey, that's all cool. California is super expensive. I might want to move to Austin, Texas, not any other workplace at this moment in time, because that purple, that red, that solid red, it's turning into purple, and then it's gonna turn into blue. So you could even see my hat, purple. That's where Texas is now, and then it's gonna be blue. It's great because right now Houston, at least in sports, it demonstrates the old guard of Texas. But I think Texas is gonna be the new hero. Texas has sometimes been the zero, will be the new hero. So don't like clown right here in California. People want to live in California. We are the pop culture capital of the world. We are the leading industries in tech. We are running the show. And hopefully that continues. I don't believe in all. I'm like I said, I'm moderate. I'm central. And if you think that I'm biased towards the left, that means because you're ridiculous and you're insane and you're probably a Trump right winger. Okay, because I definitely somewhere in the middle. Like I believe in true capitalism. I like some aspects of socialism. California, my state. Well, you know what? Live with it, because change is coming.